Hello, this is Kim's TV. There are many people who travel abroad, but there are very few who do it in a truly cool and fashionable way. We'll begin episode 6 for those who think that they have the knowledge and the qualifications to enjoy a nice and stylish overseas trip, especially for those who dream of independent travel rather than package. Transport airport information accommodation. The advantage of taking a direct flight is that you can travel without the hassle of transport. However, in the case of backpacking, to reduce cost, you usually use a connecting flight. Be careful as many travelers frequently miss their connecting flight due to the shopping or miscalculate the time. Since most airports are located far from the city center, you will need to use public transportation to get to your accommodations. In the city, although express trains and limousines are common, within the airport and the city, cheaper and more convenient transportation options are available at the Airport Information Center. Especially in resort cities, it is convenient to use the hotel shuttle bus because hotels are concentrated in the city center. In the case of the hotel shuttle bus, the round trip fare is cheaper and it fixes you up in front of the hotel in time for your return flight, so you can use it if you make a reservation 24 hours in advance. Travel tips when traveling to Europe or Southeast Asia, when you fly to pass through Hong Kong or Singapore. If you transit through these cities, you can adjust your layover time to see the city. When booking a flight, you may plan to stay at least one night at the stopover, and you can usually stay for 5 to 6 hours at no extra charge. And money you need for your layover must be changed at the airport in advance. In the case of Hong Kong, if the layover time is about 5 hours, you can enjoy the night view of Hong Kong by taking the subway from the airport to the center, so planning in advance. A break for office worker, a Corbin trip. Dokebi travel is popular among office workers who do not have much time because they take a friend at night or early morning, arrive at a nearby overseas country, such as Japan or China, at dawn, stay for a day or two, and then return to the Korea at night or early morning. Although it is psychologically demanding, it is a more popular itinerary than the typical 2-night and 3 days travel course because you can fully sightsee during the day. This is a method of independent travel that is often used by young backpacks as it requires a lot of physical strength as it moves frequently at dawn. The most popular Korean travel destinations are Tokyo and Hong Kong in Japan. Walking tour. It's not easy to find your way in an unfamiliar place and follow the route you planned, but when I return from a backpacking trip, walking trips seem to be the most memorable. Body language alone is enough to communicate more than half of the information, so be brave and ask a lot of questions while traveling. Recently, street names were introduced in Korea, making it much easier to find address. Street signs can be found in the middle of a road, such as at an intersection or on a building. If the road are long, the direction and the building address are written on the sign, which is convenient. Along with the name, road can be specified in various ways. In addition to street, avenue, and boulevard, they are also written as lane, court drive, circle, parkway, square, etc. In the United States, some streets have unique names, but there are also many streets marked with numbers such as Fifth Avenue. In most major European cities, walking is sufficient to see the sights. However, if you just walk without a plan, you will quickly get tired. I want to go myself. Even if the name of the road is the same as where you are currently standing, it is a good idea to check first what the distance is. You can save time and effort by looking at the sign with the road name written on it to first check where the building is located and whether the street address is higher or lower depending on the direction. If you want to know whether the house numbers are going higher or lower, you can say, are the house number going higher or lower? If you get lost, Americans often go to the gas station to ask for directions. And the gas station also serves various maps, which is an advantage. Please refer to this. Use of public transportation. It is difficult to see a large or in a short period of time just by walking. Now let's travel more efficiently using public transportation on my own. If you try to do it, or you end up getting lost and having a hard time. It is unnecessary to have confidence and ask people around you if the facts and the direction to your destination are correct. It may reduce your suffering. The subway in London is not called the subway. it is called the tube. The route is much more complicated than in Korea. So you must check the route name before boarding. Also in Korea, the destination of the subway is specified at each station, indicating the direction of train movement. But in the UK, the direction of the train is indicated in the east, west, north, south, and south directions. For example, in the case of the Piccadilly line in the UK, in the direction are north and south, so transfer. If you do so, check the directions in advance by referring to the route table so you can travel without mistake. There is direction of the route map is north at the top and east at the right, just like a typical map. Travel tips in Europe, it is easy to meet female backpackers traveling alone. It's possible in most of Europe, except for some countries, security is relatively safe. So the risk of using public transportation is low. But in the United States, most people's residents drive their own car. Public transportation is infrequent, and traveling alone late at night can be dangerous. Be sure to check the timetable before moving after 8 p.m. And if you go to see the night view, it is recommended to go with other nearby travelers. Taxis are usually a safe means of transportation, but a cab is a concept similar to a car taxi operated by individuals that is not officially operated. It is not always safe because the quality of the drivers has not been verified. Therefore, when using a taxi, use an officially licensed taxi. Also, if you want to know the last bus time for public transportation, ask when is the last bus? Or you can ask something like, when does the last bus come in this station? Before viewing the night view or sightseeing late at night, be sure to check the last train time in advance. In countries where labor costs are high, such as the United States or Canada, most people do not have a separate person to collect the parking fee, but instead install parking meters like the one in the bottom next to the dam. If you insert the coin according to the time you want to park, the available parking times will appear. It is considered illegal to continue parking after parking time has expired. Also, if you calculate the time incorrectly and do not pay enough parking fee, you may be told. You must be careful about this. It would be really absurd if your car disappeared after sightseeing, right? In some cases, like in Korea, a ticket is posted on the ground where the car is parked, saying that it has been towed. And the wheels are locked so that the car cannot be moved until an additional fee is paid. It may also be padlocked. If it has been told, you must read the text left carefully and go to the told location to pick up the car. In this case, an hourly fee is added from the time it was told, so you must go to pick it up as soon as possible. Travel tips when refueling in the United States. There are two ways to use cash or credit card through the machine attached to the gas pump. Or you can go directly to the gas station store and pay for gas. When refueling with a credit card in the United States, you may be asked to enter the zip code registered on your credit card there is. Credit card issued domestic cannot be used, so just go to the counter and tell them the gas pump number and amount you want to refuel. At this time, be sure to lock the car door. You must go to the counter to prevent the vehicle theft. Various problems may arise in the process of paying fuel costs with a cash or credit card through the machine. So, credit card, be careful when paying by card. Hotel reservation check-in. You can stay at the lower cost if you book a hotel in advance before starting your trip. Also, if you write down your hotel address and the phone number, when making a reservation, you will be picked up at the airport. It's easy to find. The typical hotel checkout is at 12 o'clock and the check-in time is 2 or 3 o'clock. So if you arrive too early, ask for luggage storage service at the hotel reception. You can reserve a hotel anywhere in the world at the price and the facilities you want using the internet site. One of the most used sites these days in Expedia. Enter the city you want to travel to, your destination, and your itinerary to choose price and location based on hotel class. Because it is site used all over the world, you can read the reviews from various people and check their satisfaction with the hotel. We sometimes offer special rates depending on your schedule and additional discount and available if you book in advance. You can dial the alphabet part of the Expedia phone number by looking at the alphabet on the phone dial. E is 3 times, X is 9 times, etc. We have organized the word you see in the Expedia mail window. Vacation package cruiser. This offer itinerary, no fees, activity. Culture tip: most backpacks stay in cheap accommodation, such as a used hotel, B&B as a backpacks hotel. Used hotels are especially popular in places where accommodation costs are high, such as in Europe. During the peak season, it is very difficult to find a vacant room, so you must make a reservation in advance before moving to your next travel destination. Additionally, if you are a female traveler and want a woman-only room, you can stay woman-only when making a reservation or checking in. In the case of mixed rooms, there is no distinctions between man and woman, so it may be inconvenient to share them. When I went to Amsterdam, I was surprised to see a man sleeping in a room shared by 10 people. I guess Europe is familiar with this type of accommodation culture. Use of a hotel service checkout. The most expensive part of traveling abroad are airfare and accommodation. Hotels often offer a wider variety of services than you might think, but it would be unfair to pass them by without knowing. From now on, let's take a full advantage of the service provided by the hotel. Hotel may require you provide your credit card number as a security deposit when checking in. The deposit is held in advance until checkout, so if you do not use additional service, you can get it back without being charged. However, if you use a hotel service, the cost will be deducted. Depending on the hotel, the first bottle of the water provided may be free, so it is best to check in advance before drinking it when checking in. Additionally, when you arrive at your travel destination, you may find yourself using a local phone to confirm your itinerary or make a reservation. It's hard to find the public phone, and most cars from hotel rooms charge a fee. Depending on the hotel, local cars within 5 minutes from the reception may be free, so it is best to inquire. Culture tips. Cheesecake Factory. This is a family restaurant that can be found in the United States. It is popular among locals as it offers a variety of cheesecake. The culture of tipping in many places, including restaurants, may be common and taken for granted in the United States and Canada, but it is still unfamiliar to us and seems like an additional cost may be Dutch. Why some restaurants in the US sometimes charge Asians who don't tip well with the 50% tip in advance. In the case of a restaurant, it is common to give around 15% to 20%. If you pay with cash, include it when paying, and if you pay with the credit card, and you can specify how much you want to tip and pay the total amount including the tip. Even if you receive an airport shuttle or pickup service, it is common to pay around 2 to 3. When staying at the hotel, it is polite to leave about $2 to $3 in a visible place, so it is a good idea to prepare a warm beer as a tip. Hotel inconvenience. No matter how thoroughly you prepare, unexpected situations will arise when you go to local areas. In this situation, there were many cases where Korean travelers I met at travel destination had to endure inconvenience due to English. Now don't hold back. Stay longer and talk about your inconvenience confidently, but while maintaining courtesy. Below is a guide that can be found in most hotels. Dear guests, this hotel is committed to supporting the community's local effort in conserving our natural resource. It is the courtyard furnished to change towels on a daily basis. However, we are supportive of our guests' desire to help conserve natural resources. And if you prefer, here is what you can do. A towel on the leg or hang over the shower curtain. Lord means, I use again a towel on the floor means, please exchange. This card placed on your pillow or bed means, please change my lines. Enjoy your visit with us. Most bathrooms abroad, there's no drain on the bathroom floor, so be careful when showering. Some have hardwood floors, and some have a carpet, so be careful to lower the shower curtain inside the bathroom tube to prevent the water from splashing out while showering. After showering, dry off and come out to prevent water from splashing on the floor. If too much water splashes or spills, it may cause waterproofing problems, so be careful. In Korea, there are many 24-hour restaurants, and they adjust their business hours when there are customers. However, most restaurants in foreign countries have set business hours and finish ordering food about 30 minutes before closing. Some restaurants or cafes are only open in the morning, so you should check the business hours in advance. Business hours are often stated on the sign in front of the door of most restaurants, and it is common for them to be longer on weekends than on weekdays. Business hours are called hours of operation, store hours, or business hours. At the famous overseas restaurant, it is often impossible to dine without a reservation, so you must make a reservation at least 1 day in advance by specifying the number of the people and the time. In most cases, the reservation can be made by phone or online. When ordering a drink at a coffee shop, you must stand in line where it says order here. Likewise, if you go to a restaurant to eat, you must first wait at the entrance to receive directions. When you walk in the hotel restaurant for breakfast, the What's the sign you will note is waiting here? I want to travel independently. After completing episode 6, we'll continue with episode 7 next time. Your subscription, like, and notification setting means a lot to me. In addition, we'll work hard to provide helpful information to those who want to travel abroad on their own. Thank you.